This comment says, how can you swear for a general overseer in a way? Sorry. How can you swear for a general overseer in a way it can please God? Okay, sorry. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sama. In this video I want to share about this news. Kumuyi said that God would, let me read it to you guys so I can quote him properly. He said God will build Nigeria through Tinubu. So if you don't know who he is, Kumuyi is a Nigerian pastor, a big pastor. For a long time, Nigerians have kind of believed whatever a pastor says because he's a man of God, so he must know what he's saying. But I think eyes are opening now. People used to be afraid to speak. I think the internet, social media has blown a lot of these things up, blown up this, the fear and everything. People are beginning to know I don't know how to even phrase this, right? Confidence have grown because people are becoming very vocal. Like I always say, we're in this sort of soke generation where basically people are not afraid to speak. This is not about disrespect, but speaking the truth. Instead of keeping quiet and saying, I know if you talk. This man is saying that, he's saying this. But let me read to you guys what he have said in the past. Here is the old news where he said, God will give Buhari, the former president, okay? God will give Buhari solution to Nigeria's problems in 2017, Pastor Kumuyi. I don't know if any of you saw any of the solutions. And the Buhari era is gone. We have entered Tinubu era. And this man prophesied at that time. He spoke at that time, right? Here's another one. God ordained Buhari, Oshibanjo as our leaders. They will deliver. That's what he said. I don't know, if you feel like they delivered, you're free to, leave your opinions. But a lot of Nigerians, I bet you will tell you, they didn't deliver. Okay? There's another one in which he said, God will build Nigeria through Tinubu. This is now the latest one he's saying. The new president, he's saying that God will build, that is Vanguard, through Tinubu. Right? The thing is this. The Bible says that God does not lie. That God does not lie. Let me tell you, a lot of people are not even taking these things anymore because it's like, you've said it before, nothing happened. So why should, you see, that's the thing about the sort of soke generation. People are at that point where they realize, okay, if something is not working, it's not working. Does God lie? No. But did God tell him to say that is another question. Or did he just say it? Because they know Nigerians want to hear positive things. It's okay if you say, let's pray for him that God would use him because he's already there. But saying that God will. You understand? Let me read a few of these comments that people left. And then I'll say, one or two things that I want to say. This one says, with due respect, sir, don't start. Sometimes when Nigerians say, with due respect, they're about to, sometimes it's even when they're about to be disrespectful. But only don't start. With how many exclamation marks? 1, 2, 3. With 4 exclamation marks. Say, with due respect, sir, don't start. Like, don't even start. Your silence will be much appreciated. This comment says, how can you swear for a general overseer in a way? Sorry. How can you swear for a general overseer in a way it can please God? Okay, sorry. They're showing that disapproval, like, okay, just consider we don't want to hear. Like, we don't want to hear. Like, this is just showing that people, and you don't, you can't blame people. Because they've heard all these things before. They've heard it so many times before, and then nothing happens. If you're buying a product, for example, and they say this is what the product does, and then you buy it, it did not work. And they're like, okay, let me go and buy another one. Maybe that one I bought, and that product did not work. You'll be like, okay, that product doesn't work. You'll be like, it doesn't work. So you cannot come and say, let me pretend and say, oh, it's amazing. It's a lie. If something does not work, people will be like, if you have told people things in the past, oh, Buhari would do this, that's the former president would do this. As a pastor, he has said it before, oh, Buhari would do this, and Buhari term, when he was still there, people were like, it's not late now, it's still, there's still time. Buhari may still do what he said will happen. They'll keep, you know what I mean? Because let me tell you, Nigerians got to a point where when a pastor speaks, it's basically God is speaking. So they would take them seriously. They used to. But if you come to the age where people are like, okay, if you said that it didn't happen, you said again it didn't happen, why should we keep believing what you're telling us? So when it now says Buhari will do the, people are about to look back and say, okay, what is, so let me tell you guys, I don't blame people that decide that when people begin to disregard what they have to say or even get angry when they speak, it's because of frustration of over the years. And he will say this generation, no, they fear God. It's a lie. You know, they don't say they don't fear God. But when they see the people that claim to be representing God, men of God, a lot of the things, at least this Kumuyi, we can always say he has no, all this scandal about mistress and side chick. We can always say that. I don't think there's been anything about him and embezzlement and, you know, all those kind of, I don't think so, right? But in this area, okay, I was saying, basically giving people this positive prophesying or whatever you want to call it, telling people that, you know, all these things. And then it ends up, let me tell you guys, for those that will not get it, if Buhari term can finish and none of the things this pastor said happened, why should people believe him this time? Why should people believe him this time? You know, let me tell you what is happening. I think that a lot of the pastors, they feel like after a while, when they realize that people actually respect them and take everything they say because of the love and respect they have for God, I think to a great extent, it made them very comfortable to say, let me speak. They will listen to me because they know I'm a man of God. You know what I mean? And then I think that they began to stretch it a bit too far. I think so. It's okay to say, I pray that Buhari will do the right thing or whatever, than to say it categorically that this is going to happen. Two big things, different things. And then in the era of talking about Nigerian people don't seem to respect them anymore and all of those things, you have to realize that, you know, a lot of the pastors, like, or not him, but there are some, think about the ones that they were scandals about side chick. What about the one that they said they got a house girl pregnant, or they got this one, they dating side chick here, they have children there and they have that. A lot of people that used to look at them and think that, oh, these people have great reputation and, you know, they are really following God, and looked at them. When you see a lot of those scandals and be like, oh, so pastor, they do this kind of thing. So that, you know, the respect they used to have began to drop a lot. Not him, I'm just speaking about generally in Nigeria, why a lot of pastors have lost respect. Or what about those that prophesy at the beginning of the year and the thing they prophesy never happened? And I'll keep going back to COVID. When COVID came, a lot of Nigerians, how can COVID come and none of these pastors prophesied it was coming? And they was like, you will see that when people they went to the videos, you know, the crossover videos of crossover night, the New Year night, they have to pray into the New Year, and the pastors will prophesy on that night what the year was going to be like. People went back to a lot of these pastors and they said, okay, pastor was saying that 2020 is your year of so and so. So yeah, that year that COVID chased everybody out, they prophesied on there, but nobody knew that the economy was going to be shut down. So many things were going to be. And they were like, oh, so these pastors didn't see these things. And people began, okay, these people, are they really hearing from God? That is where people began to, like, you know what I mean? It started changing people's minds a lot. So there's a difference between believing God or believing in God and believing that God is in you, or believing that you were sent by God. You see the difference. So anyways, I don't know. I saw that and I wanted to share with you guys. My thing is this. I feel like Nigerians are frustrated about the country, about a lot of things. And at this point, it's such a delicate time or sensitive time to be messing with people's minds, and you know what I mean. So don't be surprised when people lash out like this and they don't want to hear, we can't sit down, we don't want to hear from you and all of that. I don't know. What's your opinion? Do you believe that Kumuyi is speaking from God? Or do you think he's speaking from himself? I don't know if you believe, you know, that this year, or this Tinubu era, that things are going to be better. And, you know, I don't know, whatever you believe, please leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.